So I understand since we're live that no matter what I'm doing, I'm supposed to keep talking. That's normally not a problem. Normally it's the other way around. So first and foremost, let's give it up again for John Malcolm Penn. It's a great set. Is that it right there? I'm just getting used to some new technical stuff, and sometimes I don't forget to hit buttons or press pedals or something like that. So if I start to play something and you can't hear it, say something and I'll remember. My husband's around the corner, otherwise he'd be more than happy to remind me, because he does that. Well, okay, so I probably need to do a little bit of warm-up. And always, you know, first couple of songs, you always want to kind of warm up a little bit. And I can't think of anybody better to warm up to than probably one of my favorite songwriters and probably one of my favorite performers, and that would be Dolly Parton. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a little Dolly. Back through the years I go wandering once again, back to the seasons of my youth. I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, and how my mama put those rags to use. There were rags of many colors, and every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was way down in the fall. Mama sewed the rags together, sewing every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. And as she sewed, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors that Joseph wore. And then she said, perhaps this coat will bring you good luck and happiness. And I just couldn't wait to wear it, as Mama blessed it with a kiss. My coat of many colors that my Mama made for me, made only of rags, but I wore it so proudly. And although we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors my Mama made for me. So with patches on my breeches, holes in both my shoes, in my coat of many colors, I hurried off to school, just to find the others laughing and making fun of me in my coat of many colors my Mama made for me. Oh, I couldn't understand it. I felt I was rich, and I told him of the love my Mama sewed in every stitch. And I told him all the story Mama told me while she sewed, and why my coat of many colors was worth more than all their clothes. I couldn't understand it, and I tried to make them see one is only poor, only if you choose to be. And although we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors that my Mama made for me, just for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So we've got, John and I both have some CDs out, and the CD I just put out in May, some of them are originals, some of them are cover tunes. I'm not one of those people that thinks you just have to do your own material, because there's just too much good stuff out there. And this is probably one of my favorites from Lightfoot. Anybody ever heard of him? Sure. No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, he's kind of a,
voice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Why are you leaving then? So this is a song off the new CD. The name of the CD is called Lightfoot by Love, and this is one of the tracks, one of my favorite Gordon Lightfoot tracks, called Early Morning Rain. In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand, I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, I'm on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm out here on the grass, where the pavement never goes. Well, the liquor tasted good, and the lovers all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. She's a-rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engine roar, see the silver wing on high. She's away westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying for my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. Can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. So I best be on my way in the early morning rain. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Switch out here. Okay, watch this. I get the pedal. Ta-da.
You had it.
What?
You had the squeaks a little on that last one. Is that with your fingernails?
You know there's a reason I married you?
What's that?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm just checking too. Let me ponder that for just another song or so, shall I? Unfortunately, we found out this year that probably one of the best country performers of his generation is no longer going to be able to tour, and that's a guy named John Williams.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just sad, very sad. And his wife is not well. She hasn't been well for a while. Don's got some issues now, so I guess he can't tour anymore. We were fortunate to see him a couple of times. But a couple of years ago, he put out another album after, I think, about a 10-year break. And this is one of the songs, I can get my capos right, this is one of the songs off of that album. There you go. That does sound a little high. I'm not sure that's the right one. That's because it's in that key. It's in the other key, that's why. It's not it. So anyway, this is a great song off that album. I had slept since. And it's called Heart of Hearts. In your heart of hearts, there is a voice. It speaks from truth, not from choice. It sees it all, not just in part. Deep inside the heart of hearts, a secret place, known to your soul, where you can hide, you can go when it's all too much. You fall apart. There's a state of grace called your heart of hearts. Just listen to your life, it's talking to you. There'll always be a light that's running through you, flowing from a well that never runs dry. When you're at the point, down on your knees, you can find your weakness can be your strength. Is where one ends, the other starts. Deep inside the heart of hearts. Just listen to your life, it's talking to you. There'll always be a light that's running through you, flowing from a well that never runs dry. In your heart of hearts, there is a voice. It speaks from truth and not from choice. It sees it all, not just in part. Deep inside the heart of hearts. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. I think they're playing with the technicals in there. All right, we're going to switch back. No, actually, I think we're going to do the next one. We'll stay with this guitar. Well, John's songs, when he was playing his stuff, he was doing all this educational stuff, and some really neat educational songs. I'd like to say that the songs that I write are educational, but they're not. They're not really. The songs that I write are pretty the one topic, that's the thread that runs through everything, is men. And I'm not sure whether I do that because it's something I think I'm an expert in, or it's something I'm still trying to figure out after all these years. So it seems like over the years that's kind of relationships and in and out, and you know that beginning when the guy is really great, and then like you're in the relationship and it's still really good, and then everything goes to you know where, and he's a schmuck, you know, kind of thing. So the songs kind of follow that whole pattern. But this song, I've been singing this song, I wrote it a long time ago, and I've been telling the same story for 30 years that I've been singing this song. And here's the story. I was in the Army back in the 70s and 80s, and I retired in the 90s. And in 1980, I was stationed in Germany, in the zone, which was West Germany. And I got to spend 2 months up in Berlin. That's when the wall was still up. You know, the Soviets, the Russians were the Soviets were not our friends. And so I got to spend 2 months up there on temporary duty to work. I had just gotten out of a bad relationship, wasn't looking for another one. And sometimes when you aren't looking, that's when things happen. So when I got up there, I played in a little bar across the street from the barracks, and I met this young man who was a couple years, he was 19, I was 22, so I was kind of robbing the cradle just a tad.
Yeah.
That's okay. Cougars, yeah. Yes. If I could roll my R's, I'd do that, but I can't. So anyway, and his name was Dennis, and I called him Denny. Anyway, so I told Denny from the very first moment we met, I said, I'm only here for 2 months. Let's not get wrapped around the axle about this stuff. Let's not get overly involved. But I kept warning him every day. I kept telling him, I gotta go, I gotta leave. And he kept telling me, he says, don't walk away from this. He says, this will be the worst thing for you to do is to walk away from this relationship. I'm like, I gotta go, can't stay. That's how I went. So I've been telling this song for a long time, and the end of the story goes that I always said that I hoped someday Denny could hear this song, his song, on the radio. I really hoped he could hear it. So over the years, especially Facebook, it can be a great thing. And I've kind of been looking for him, on and off over the years. So about 2-3 weeks ago, I was online searching, found a profile. I'm like, that looks like Denny. And I looked at some of the stuff on the profile and said, that might be him. Sent him a message, said, if this is you and you were here and blah, 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 and you remember me, get a hold of me. 10 days ago, I get a message from him, like, OMG, and a bunch of exclamation points. So now the story has a new ending, because Dennis has had a chance to hear the song. And I think that even more interesting is he kept the original handwritten lyrics. I gave him a copy of the lyrics, and they're dated 8 August 1980. And he sent me a picture of them. He sent me a picture of them the other day. And he said, out of a half a dozen things I've kept from my military service, he says, that was the one piece of paper I still have. He said, and I don't know, he says, over the years, he said, every so often, he says, that song would come into my head, and I just kind of break into the chorus for no reason. He said, so I kind of knew eventually, this was going to circle would come back around. So I think that that's just an interesting, I've got a couple ex-husbands I don't care to ever meet again. Things happen. But there are certain people in your life that leave a positive note on you, and Denny was one of them, for sure. So this is the song for Den. He's going to hear this eventually. He's traveling today, but he'll hear the repeat on this. And Denny, this is for you then, sweetie. I can only stay. So you think you want to see me hang around here for a while? I don't think you know what you're getting into. And you say that nothing else can matter as long as we can stay together. What am I going to do about you? I can only stay a little while longer. More than likely it's the last of me you'll see. Still you smile every day and tell me you will find a way to prove that you're the only one for me. You seem so shy and quiet when we first were introduced. I thought it was unusual and I wondered. But soon I found I was mistaken. A few short days my heart was taken, and I'm so glad it hasn't been returned. I can only stay a little while longer. More than likely it's the last of me you'll see. Still you smile every day and tell me you will find a way to prove that you're the only one for me. Still you must understand, you've got a special place within my heart. smile every day and tell me you will find a way to prove that you're the only one for me. I can only stay a little while longer. I can only stay a little while longer. I can only stay. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Not everybody deserves a song, I'm afraid. So, speaking of men and relationships, the next song is actually the same kind of thing, written at a different time. I think it's one of those things that I'm just still, like I said, I'm trying to figure it out. They think that women are hard to understand. I think that they're additionally at least as hard to understand as we are. They don't see it that way. Oh, by the way, for the people in the front row, for you guys down here, I just want to know, I thought about this today, and I actually said, I thought, you know, my pasty white knees at this angle, I thought maybe I ought to wear longer pants. And then Patty said, no, she said, it's going to be warm, just dress for comfort. So I want to apologize to y'all in front for this. I said, well, but I said nobody should have to look at these from that angle, is what I'm saying.
Right, sweetie.
But I shaved. So I shaved my legs for you guys, just so that you know. Yeah, you know, in Goldfield, in the Old West, I guess it's not a necessity, but so I think I went above and beyond, but I just want to say thank you guys. You know, put the sunglasses on, you don't have to look at this. So anyway, this is another song that was written kind of back in the day for a young guy I knew in the Navy when I was in school in Monterey. Navy guy I knew, and I think the same thing. At some point, you'd like to have him hear the song and, you know, and see him again and find out if they like it or not. So this is off the new album as well. The new album is called Lightened by Love, and this song is called Home. Oops. See, y'all didn't tell me. I gotta switch the box. Long ago a dream, since I was but a child, to walk along a lonely beach, watch the sea run wild. But on that beach was someone else. We walked hand in hand. I never saw just who it was, but I knew that it would be a very special kind of man. 3,000 miles away, my family waits at home. When I was young, I truly thought that I would never roam. Now I've grown and fate has brought me here, California shore. Deep inside I find a loneliness. Oh Lord, I long to be safe at home once more. Why do I keep thinking home? Life is so much more than that. To go and learn and travel everywhere and find someone and some place to start. stop and love and stay together. Although the years have passed, the dreams have come and gone, that solitary dream remains, helps me carry on. But it's no longer just a dream, it's now reality. For I have walked along that lonely beach. You're that special man who has walked there with me. Why do I keep thinking home? Life is so much more than that. To go and learn and travel everywhere and find someone and some place to start and love and stay together. Thank you guys very much. I think I got one more to do. This song was brought to me by a gentleman I play with back home in Texas, and he asked me if I knew it, if I knew the person that wrote this. It was a lady in California named Kate Smith, back in the 70s, I think 70s and 80s. Folk singer and a songwriter. She died young, I think cancer. I think she died of cancer in her 30s. And every year they have the up north off of 101, they have the Cape Wolf Folk Festival. And when I was traveling in June, as I was coming south on 101, I drove past the venue. The headliner this year was Harry Belafonte. So yeah, but anyway, so this is a Cape Wolf song. It's a beautiful song. I love to do this. I was able to put it on the new CD finally, and it's called The Trumpet. Trumpet vine grew in the kitchen window, blue bright orange on the wall. We sat in the morning light, holding a guitar, as the first summer rain began to fall. Like the gentle raindrops, your words fell in the air, making things so clear as we quietly sat there. It reminded me of other times you had come before, brought a song or just walked in through the kitchen door. Now it seems the truest words I ever heard from you. We sat at kitchen tables we have known, 'cause somehow in that warm room with coffee on the stove, our hearts were really most at home. Sitting at a table looking hard at you, catching up on stories of the things we tried to do. And it seems we really said the most when we didn't talk at all. Let the song speak for us like the sunlight on the wall. As we come and go in sunshine and in rain, some years are seen more clearly than the rest. But if it weren't for kitchen songs and mornings spent with friends, we all might lose the things we love the best. I can see you sitting there beneath the trumpet vine, sunlight through the window in the kitchen in my mind. You came when you were needed, I could not ask for more than to turn and find you walking through the kitchen door. You came when you were needed, I could not ask for more than to turn and find you walking through the kitchen door. Well, we thank you very much. This is the Goldfield Opera House, and you're listening to KGFN 89.1 in Goldfield, Nevada. Live streaming today all day. We've got 3 other performances. We've got another performance at 2, another performance at 4, and if you come in and you get in on those 2 and you pays your money and you get your ticket, and you come on back at 6 o'clock for the last show of the day. It's going to be John and I and Richard and some other people are going to be coming into play, so stay tuned to KGFN, and we're going to be back here live from the Goldfield Opera House at 2 p.m. Pacific time.